Listen, I know exactly where you are. You have counted the days, you have filled the journals until your hand cramped, and yet, when you look at the screen of your life, nothing has moved. Your bank account still has that same number, that person hasn't texted, your body still feels the same way it did a month ago. It is exhausting, isn't it? You start to wonder if the universe has a blocked list and you are at the top of it. You feel like you're being tested or punished. But here's the truth that will change your entire week. Manifestation is not a test of worthiness. It is not a reward for being a good person. It is a law of mechanics. Think of your life like a high-end radio. If all you hear is white noise and screeching static, you don't blame the radio's personality. You don't ask if the radio deserves to hear the music. You check the signal. If your reality hasn't budged, it is because your vibrational signal is full of conscious mind interference. I call this static. This static happens when your mouth is saying, "I am wealthy," but your internal frequency is screaming, "I can't pay my bills." Your conscious mind is like a noisy neighbor who won't stop talking. It obsesses over the how and the when. This noise drowns out the pure signal of your intention. To fix the result, we have to audit that signal. We have to shut down the noise and talk directly to the machinery of the universe. To understand why your static is stopping your life, we need to look at the rules of the world you live in. Quantum physics isn't just for people in lab coats, it is the manual for your mind. Scientists discovered something that broke their brains. It is called the double slit experiment. They found that an electron behaves as a wave of infinite possibility until someone looks at it. Think about that. Before it is observed, the electron is everywhere at once. It is a maybe. But the very second a viewer looks at it, that wave of possibility instantly collapses. It snaps into a solid particle of fact. This is called the observer effect. Your life works the exact same way. Every single morning, you wake up and you observe your life. If you look at your empty bed and feel the sting of loneliness, you have just collapsed the wave of a perfect relationship into a particle of still alone. If you open your bank app with a knot in your stomach, you have collapsed the wave of infinite wealth into a particle of not enough. You are a master at collapsing waves into the wrong particles. The universe is a perfect mirror. It simply reflects your observation back to you. You are literally forcing the field to stay stuck because you refuse to look away from what you call the facts. Imagine you're sitting in a movie theater. You are watching a film where the main character is failing at everything. Do you run up to the screen and try to scrub the images off with a sponge? Do you scream at the characters to change? Of course not. You know the image is coming from the projection booth behind you. Your mind is that projector. Your life is the screen. Most people spend their whole lives fighting with the screen. They try to work 80 hours a week, or they try to manipulate people, or they try to hustle their way to a result. But you cannot fix the screen by touching the screen. You must change the film inside the projector. The problem is that we are raised to trust our 5 physical senses above everything else. But your eyes, ears, and touch are historians. They only tell you what has already happened. They are reporting the echo of your past thoughts. To audit your success, you must activate your soul senses, your imagination, your will, and your deep intuition. You do not need to have it to be it. In the quantum booth, the being comes first. You have to feel the weight of the keys to your new house in your hand before the house exists. The outer form is always an echo. If you wait for the screen to change before you change the film,
you will be waiting until the end of time.
The universe is like a high-end restaurant with a very specific chef. If you walk in and say, "I'm hungry, bring me food," the chef cannot help you. If you ask for a sandwich but don't say what you want on it, you might get something you hate. You got what you asked for, but because you were vague, the result was a mess. Precision is a frequency. Vagueness is static. To clear your signal, you must use the SEPC method. This is your manual for ordering from the field. First, select. You must be surgically clear. Do not say, "I want a better job." That is a weak signal. Define the exact role. Define the exact salary. Define how you feel when you walk into that office. Second, project. This is where you play the film. Do not just think about your goal. You must see it in your mind as a present reality. Use your imagination to create a neurological memory of a future that hasn't happened yet. If you can see it in detail, the universe must deliver the blueprint. Third, expect. This is the bridge of belief. You don't hope the sun will rise. You expect it because of the law of gravity. You must treat your manifestation with that same logical certainty. Doubt is just a counter vibration. When you truly expect, you stop looking for signs because you don't look for signs of something you already know is yours. Fourth, collect. This is the physical anchor. You move as if the prayer is already answered. You don't wait for the money to start acting like someone who is secure. You collect the state first. The physical world has no choice but to follow.
Here is where most people quit. They start a practice like the 369 method. They're doing great, but then life happens. They have a bad day. They get an unexpected bill. They spiral into worry. And then comes the guilt. They feel like they failed. They think they have to go back to day one. This is the start over trap. Guilt is the heaviest form of static there is. It vibrates so low that it completely disconnects you from your projector. We use the reset rule. You never start over, you simply realign. If your car drifts an inch off the road, you don't drive back to the beginning of the highway and start the trip again. You just steer back into the lane. Your nervous system needs rhythm, not perfection. Manifestation is a marathon of frequency. If you fall out of the state, notice it, smile, and step back into the rhythm. The universe doesn't count your mistakes. It only counts your dominant signal.
I want to give you some logical proof so your mind stops fighting you. Look at the documented case of Mr. Wright from 1957. He was dying of advanced cancer. He had tumors the size of oranges throughout his body. His doctors said he had days to live. But Mr. Wright heard of a miracle medicine called Krebbiozin. He became so obsessed with the idea of this cure that he selected and projected his healing with total intensity. His doctor gave him an injection of the medicine, even though the doctor knew it was likely useless. The result was a medical miracle. His tumors melted like snow. He was walking and talking within days. He had changed the film in his projector, and his biology had to follow. But then he read a report saying the medicine was a fraud. The moment he observed the doubt, the tumors came back. His belief had collapsed. His doctor tried one last thing. He told Mr. Wright that a new super potent version of the medicine had arrived. The doctor injected him with plain, sterile water. He lied and said it was the miracle medicine. Mr. Wright believed him with total certainty. Once again, the tumors vanished. The water did nothing. The medicine did nothing. It was the film Mr. Wright chose was real that governed his cells. Your reality is no different than his body. It is just a collection of atoms waiting for a command. Stop shouting at the screen. Stop begging for a change. Audit your signal. Use the SPEC method. Apply the reset rule. Change the film in your projector, and by the laws of physics, the screen
must follow.
On this channel, we bridge the gap between spiritual insight and scientific fact, replacing mystery with the logic of reality. Subscribe and join our community of architects. We don't just hope for change here, we understand the physics of it. Master the signal, and the screen must follow. Thank you for watching.